All right, I'm super excited. I'm heading out for a 2 week motorcycle ride in Vietnam tomorrow. Going to be gone a little over 3 weeks. Going to hit Japan for a few days. Head over to Hanoi, do the motorcycle trip, and then stay a few extra days in Vietnam. So I thought I'd make a quick video here on just what I'm packing for 3 weeks in Japan and Vietnam. It's always unbelievable to me when I go on some of these trips how much I see people packing. So thought I'd be another one of those guys that makes a video on how to pack. So anyway, a few tips. I'm kind of a packing nerd, I guess. I like to make a list to go off of. Usually a week or so before I'm going to leave, while I'm watching TV or sitting around, I'll start jotting down everything I want to take, and then I'll even type it up like this so that I have a list I can check off as I go through everything. So let's kind of go through it. I'll show you what I'm bringing for this trip. Vietnam's a very long country. This is April. We're going to be there. We're going to be all in the north of Vietnam, which is the coolest part of the country, temperature-wise. Hopefully coolest also. But so a lot of mountain roads. But generally, from what I've seen, I think the temperature is going to be ranging from maybe the low 60s up to the low 80s. So hopefully it'll be really nice weather, maybe a little bit of rain. We're trying to hit it before the rainy season comes in. But anyway, some of these things will look like I'm bringing a few extras, but just due to the nature of spending some time in Japan before the ride, doing the ride, then dumping our gear and being tourists for a few more days, it'll make sense. I'll show you what I've got going here. But first of all, uh, generally when I'm going on international trips, I like to have a big roller duffel bag. Um, Motorcycle boots and helmets, jackets, they can all take up a lot of room. So this is a scuba bag that I just happen to have, but it works really well for motorcycle stuff too. So I'll take this with me, but then when we go on the tour, I'll leave this bag with anything I don't want to take on the ride at the shop. And by the way, we're going with Ride ADV. They've got a really cool website you can check out, rideadv.com. They've got some great rides. Yeah, this one goes well. Heck, I might be looking to do some of their other adventures. So anyway, uh, this is the big bag. I picked this up when I was in Spain. This is a waterproof bag. It's got a roll top. It's like a backpack. I'm going to bring this for this will be all my clothes during the ride. I'll throw this in the support vehicle every night, and then get it the next stop. So I'm going to put that in the bottom, and then one other quirk here. I'm also bringing this big duffel bag that I have, so that at the end of the trip, when they take our bikes back, I'm going to hand off all my motorcycle gear in this bag, so they can take it back to the shop. We can have a few days as tourists and then pick it up before we leave and repack. So it actually crunches down pretty small. Normally I wouldn't be taking that one. Put that in there. Now I usually like to start, putting the bigger stuff in the bottom. One thing I've gone back and forth with on several trips is my helmet. So a lot of times I'll put jacket, boots, helmet, and I'll just check the whole thing, especially if I can cushion the helmet really well and make sure I don't think anything's going to get broken. This time I've decided to go ahead and carry the helmet on with me, just because I'm taking the motocross boots, and motocross boots, helmet, those things, hard plastic, they just take up a lot of room and they don't compress really well. So we won't be putting those in here. So as far as the boots go, here we've got my, what are these, Tech 7s? My Alpinestars motocross boots. Now, I don't like to waste space, so I'm going to shove some things down in these boots. Motorcycle socks. These are great. Just shove them on down here. Oh, what else? We'll throw the rain jacket. Throw that down here. Actually, I might leave that out in case we need that in Japan. We'll get to that in a minute. You can never have too many plastic bags. I've been on trips where I wish I had some. I've never taken them and wished I didn't. So we'll put boot there. Now, one fun thing I did for this trip too, we've got 4 guys from Colorado, including myself, going. So I went online and I got some little mascots for us. Little strap on the handlebars. Thought it'd be kind of fun. Yeah, why not? So I'm gonna throw these little ducks down in here. Put those there. What else? Maybe put this, no. Got some more plastic bags. We'll just shove some plastic bags in there. Good enough. I'm going to have a lot of extra space. Now, we'll put, this trip I'm taking this little ballistic shirt instead of a jacket because they've told me it's really hot there and you don't need a full motorcycle jacket. So I like to wear this when I ride dirt bikes. So we'll be putting that in here. These are a little heavier than I'd like to bring. These are my Climb to Car pants. They do have some great big vents that zip down here, zip all the way down. So hopefully these aren't too hot, but you know, I don't have a better choice really in terms of protection. If I do come off the bike, these are really durable. You can see they've probably been off the bike a bunch of times. But they also have armor. I've got some knee and hip pads in here, so better safe than sorry. I will take those. These are actually lighter than some of my touring pants. I've got some lightweight touring pants I like, and these are seem to weigh a little bit less. So, okay. Now, let's flip back and forth. Well, let's hear. Here is the water bladder that I'm going to take. I'm going to pack this in the bag. I don't need this for the plane or anything, so we'll just throw that in there for now. Also, I have these hiking sandals. These are brand new, but I really hate flip-flops. They're just impossible to walk around in all the time. They come off my feet. These can get wet, dry out really quickly, walk around in them, strap in, pretty secure. I threw this little carabiner on here too, just in case I wanted to throw it on the outside of a bag. But we're going to put those in there. Right, okay. I have some insect repellent, some DEET. It was from my Alaska trip. Got that there, and some sunscreen I stole out of the hall closet. So we're not going to carry those on. We will put these in here. Right. Now, this thing can be your best friend or worst enemy. I go back and forth on whether to bring the GoPro. Most of the time, I think it's just a distraction. It's kind of a pain in the ass. You know, it's there on your helmet. You're always worried about it, fidgeting around with it. But it does take some great photos and videos. So I'll bring this as a backup camera. And then maybe if I want to, I figure I'd bring this little helmet mount to just put it right on my helmet if I decide to take some video. All right. We'll leave these out. Let's see here. All right, one thing, I'm bringing this backpack because I live 2 hours from the airport. I'm leaving tomorrow. I won't get on the flight until the next morning. So I just like to bring this as an overnight bag. I take my toiletries, which I'll transfer over, and then just a lightweight pair of pants, t-shirt, long sleeve shirt, and socks. I'll wear these on the trip, so that's going to be one outfit I take with me. But this backpack will stay down in Denver at the airport. This is something I started doing a few years ago too. When I travel a lot of times, I'll bring a belt like this. It's got a plastic buckle on it, so that way you don't have to take it off when you're going through airport security. Won't set off a metal detector or anything. So put that in there. Put that aside for now. Okay. Now let's see here. This is a small extra little backpack with a water bladder that I had laying around. It's not my usual dirt bike backpack, but it's really small. It's not as dirty or beat up as my other one. So this is going to serve a couple purposes for me. I'll be able to take this on the flights, and then I'll take it on the ride, and then I'll also take it just when I'm walking around if I want to, be able to pick up a few souvenirs or carry snacks, do something like that. So this is going to stay on me at all times while I'm traveling on the plane. So I will put my passport, insurance papers, printed out versions of my flights and everything. I'll just stash that in there. I had this laying around, a plastic baggie with a couple ballpoint pens, sanitizing wipe from United. We'll put that in there. Let's see here. So I'm going to keep all my electronics in here. This is one thing that I love having for flights is just a pair of Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Picked these up pretty cheap on Amazon, but they're fantastic. I can't fly without them hardly anymore. I will leave these with the big bag when I go on the trip, on the motorcycle ride. Now, one thing, old pair of socks here. I usually just throw the GoPro in a sock so it doesn't get banged up, scratched or anything. Throw that in there. Oops, and I'll put the couple extra memory cards in there as well. I did make sure all my electronics were fully charged before packing them as well. And you want to make sure, most of the time you're not supposed to have lithium batteries or anything in your checked luggage, so you want to carry these on anyway. This is I've had for several years. It's just a cheap little, it's actually a waterproof digital camera. I don't even know what it is. Maybe 16 megapixel or something. I kind of read online that a lot of people are going back to these little point and shoot cameras, kind of a retro thing, but I've taken it on several trips, and it's kind of nice if you don't want to mess around with getting your phone out, your GoPro. I actually took this zip lining with me in Ecuador. I was zip lining. I held it out in front of me the whole way down, and it made a kind of cool video. So we'll put this one in a sock too to protect it. There we go. This is something I don't usually carry, but I figured I'd bring with me. It's just a little extra charger, little battery. Throw it in here. So I like to have a baseball cap with me. A pair of sunglasses. I have this little cheap sunglass case that I found somewhere along the way. That way, if I'm not wearing these things, they don't get smashed. Great. All right. And then I will probably carry this with me too. So what I like to do is put all my electronics in one Ziploc bag like this. Now, for Vietnam, they don't always have the same voltage as us, so I'm bringing this giant converter, which takes up more room than I'd like, but this should allow me to plug in just about anywhere. And a nice thing I like to do, I started doing this a few years back, is I have this little power bar. It's got some USB ports on it. And this is really nice because if I plug this into the wall and plug the power bar into that, now I can charge 3 USB devices, plus I have a couple other plugs. So this comes in really handy. And then I also have an iPhone charger here, which I might just go ahead and stash here. And then I've got a couple different cords. I have a regular, what do you call it, like an Android charger here. This goes for my Cardo communications. And here's something I bought for this trip. I've never used this before, but I don't like to carry a laptop. They take up way too much room. I don't have a tablet anymore, but a lot of times I'm working a little bit on these trips, and I hate trying to type on a cell phone. So this is a Bluetooth keyboard with a mouse pad that I'm going to take and see how it works on this trip. I tried it out at the house. It works great. You just comes with a little easel that you can just set your phone on there, and then you can just type away, and makes it so much easier if I'm using. I like to use the voice, but sometimes with some of the software I use for work, I can't necessarily do that. So that'll make it a lot easier, almost like a little computer. We'll see how it works. But these are all going in here. I had to bring this cord just for that old waterproof camera. That's going in there. And we'll put this back in here. And I am missing one cord, as I see. The USB-C cord here that I was using to charge the GoPro. So that'll go in here as well. This bag's bigger than I'd like, but you know, what are you going to do? But I think I'm going to put that in my second carry-on bag. I'll show you in a minute here. So we got this. I think that's all I'm going to put in this bag. So that one is good to go. I like to bring zip ties. You never know if something's going to break. I have some big ones and little ones. Little ones we can strap our mascots to the bike. And I will just stash these in this outside pocket of this check bag here. I always like to bring 550 cord or a paracord. This comes in really handy for a clothesline if you need to hang your clothes up either in a hotel room or outside somewhere, or if you need to strap something on your bike. It's a little easier than carrying a bunch of bungee cords with you when you're traveling. So we'll put that in there as well. A couple more plastic bags. I like these freezer bags. Got some of these gallon and quart size here. That in there. Can't leave home without my 2 Mile Moto stickers. These things are kind of fun. They make good little souvenirs to hand out to people. And when I make new friends, it's got the website on there so they can check it out and we can keep in touch that way. So, all right, let's go on to this helmet. So here's the helmet. I was advised to bring a full face adventure helmet on this ride. It helps to save these bags that they come in. They're real nice for traveling. Don't leave them empty. I mean, there's a lot of space inside here, so why waste good packing space? Last few years I've started riding a lot with earplugs. I love these custom earplugs that I had an audiologist make for me, maybe $100, but they do a lot better than those little foam ones or anything else. I'm bringing a pair of motocross gloves. Put those in here. Bring a little bit heavier pair, more adventure type gloves. Put those in here. I was advised to bring a travel towel. So this is a big microfiber travel towel. Put that in there. And then I'm bringing, this will be the jersey that I wear over that ballistic shirt. So, you know, I like to roll everything up, and I kind of put that in there to protect the face shield from any of this other stuff that I put in. And that should be good there. Somewhere I have my Cardo communicator. I think it's still in there too. So anyway, that's good there. So we're going to take and put this, put it in the bag here, just like that. Cinch that up, put this in this. Sometimes I've actually traveled with these, just carrying these like this, but it's a bit of a pain. So I happen to have this little duffel, or little gym bag laying around in the closet. So thought it was a good fit for the helmet. So I'm going to put that there, and then I can put my toiletries in here, and I'll also put my electronics right there. Let's put these 2 mile motor stickers in here. Okay, so if you notice, pretty much everything's been motorcycle gear so far. That's all the clothes I'm taking for 3 weeks in Asia. So, aside from what I'll be wearing on the plane, I like rolling the clothes up, and then I use these little freezer bags. Kind of nice to separate them. But I've got 3 pairs of underwear plus a pair of boxers, a pair of socks, and a swimsuit in there. What do you think? I'll probably just carry those on with me, huh? I've got 3 t-shirts that are all synthetic or polyester kind of material. So we're going, obviously it's going to be a subtropical climate, it's going to be humid. So I don't want to bring cotton with me. Cotton, just you sweat in it or it gets wet and then it's heavy. So, you know what? There shouldn't be any reason I need these till I get to Tokyo. So I'm going to put these in here. I have 1 pair of convertible pants. They're really lightweight, long pants that zip off into shorts. Those there. And just for going out, I have a button-down short sleeve shirt. Gotta look good. And then this is my rain jacket for the bike. I'm not bringing rain pants. I figured those, if the car pants get wet, they get wet. But I'm going to bring this jacket, and this will serve both as a rain jacket if I start getting a little bit cold, and when I'm walking around, say Tokyo, if it's raining, I can wear this with my baseball cap. So that's it. So I got this bag there. I'll carry that and this while I'm traveling. I can just shove that in the overhead bin. This will stay with me in my plane seats. And then this is everything that I will check. Oh, God. So we'll zip this up and strap it. There we go. These handles Velcro together. And like I said, this is nice because it rolls. It's got wheels there, and it's got one of those handles that comes up for going through the airport. So that'll be nice. Not too much stuff in there. Did make sure that I've got a luggage tag on this one. So that's it. 3 weeks in Asia. Helmet bag, small backpack, and the travel bag. I always like to double check the list before I get going. So one other thing, I always bring a water bottle with me whenever I fly. I like having water with me in the seat. So this will be empty. Bring this to the airport, fill it up. Got that. Check, check, check. Gone through and checked everything on this list here. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. One thing I didn't bring, which I sometimes like to bring, is a small headlamp. I actually I couldn't find the one that I usually bring. We're going to be staying in hotels every night. I hopefully won't regret it, but I don't think I'm going to bring the headlamp. And then, I also like to write on here some reminders before leaving. A few of the things I like to do. Definitely let my bank know so they don't cut off my ATM card if I need to grab cash somewhere while I'm traveling. So I put a travel alert on my account. Since I do still have to work, off and on while I'm traveling, I have Verizon cell phone service. So I set up a full month plan with them. You can do $10 a day, but I just paid something like I don't know, 80 bucks, 80 some odd bucks maybe for the whole month. They have a travel plan on there. So my whole plan carries over to use, and I checked, and it should be good in both Japan and Vietnam. Get cash. Always go to the bank, get a little cash to take with me. And then I also like to downsize my wallet. So I take out all the cards and stuff that I am not going to need while I am on my trip. So it's just less to worry about there. And then, of course, you got to download some movies for your flight. So I already did that this afternoon, put some movies on the cell phone. And then also downloading any offline maps you might want to have. So I did download a travel app that's specific for Japan. I've never been there before, never been to Vietnam either, but that should, it's a preferred kind of travel app to, instead of Google Maps. It's supposed to be more accurate, get us around while we're traveling in Tokyo. But that's about it. So if you're interested in any of the stuff that I brought, or like to know where to get it, or if you'd like a copy of this list, shoot me a message. My contact information is somewhere on this YouTube page, probably in the description below. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know if this was a good list or not when I get back. But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.